Today, our special guest is Carsten Olivier. He got Garuda scholarship and also has been accepted by several top universities.
So usually the universities will ask you on why you are a good candidate for them.
Okay.
So what is something that you can actually maybe have contributions for the university?
Do you think without beasiswa Indonesia Maju, regular students in all over in Indonesia, all over Indonesia can have their own project? Carsten, you are a student in Wardaya High School, right?
Yes.
And actually, thank you for coming and thank you for give your time to us. Yeah. I know that you've been accepted by a few university, and a few days ago you said to me earlier that you are being accepted with another special and very top university. Can you tell me that?
Okay. Hello everyone. So regarding Miss Kiki's question, yes, I just got accepted to University of Toronto, even though I applied during the January period. I don't know why it's taking that long to process my offer. I've already emailed them quite a lot. All they did was just ghost me, but last 2 days I just got my offer from the University of Toronto, majoring in computer science at the Faculty of St. George of Arts and Science.
Congratulations. But actually, you forgot to mention that you've been accepted too with the two earlier university. Can you tell me about those one?
Okay. Regarding those two universities, I've been accepted into the University of British Columbia in Canada, as well as Hong Kong University of Science and Technology at Guangzhou.
Okay. So, three, yeah? So far, it's three university that over you they're over, yeah? The university. First, UBC, University of British Columbia in Canada, and the second one is HKUST in Guangzhou, and the last one, yeah, that give the good news a few days ago is University of Toronto of U of T. So, how do you feel about this? About this all? Is a very good one or how?
Of course, I feel very happy because it's the university that I actually really want. And ever since I was young, I really wanted to study abroad, say in Canada and United States. But unfortunately, my parents could not afford the tuition fee because, it's very, very expensive. So basically, when I was young, my dad only told me that if I wanted to study abroad, let's say in Western countries, I have to earn a scholarship because he couldn't afford the tuition fee. And unfortunately, I did earn a scholarship, which is beasiswagaruda, which basically enables me to study abroad in Western countries because it is a fully funded scholarship.
That is also a very good news that you've been accepted by Garuda scholarship. So, can you tell me more about this? Can you tell me about the Garuda and also the story behind that?
About how I got accepted, or
Yeah, of course. Maybe you can tell me about before the Garuda. You apply which any kind of a scholarship. Maybe you can tell us.
So basically, for those who don't know, Beasiswa Garuda is a fully funded scholarship made by the Minister of Education Indonesia, which enables students like us to study abroad and also dalam negeri, inside our own country, apply anywhere from universitas swasta or PTN. So it's free on wherever you want to go, and you also get a living cost and also insurance as well as a book allowance of some sort. So basically, the story of how I got Beasiswa Garuda actually started at grade 11 in the first semester, in which I actually applied for Beasiswa Indonesia Maju.
Okay, you are
Angkatan 4.
BIM awardee. Okay.
Yeah.
For generation, yeah. Okay.
So basically, BIM is also quite similar to Garuda. It's just a different name, but they both have the same facilities and also benefits. So the way you can apply to BIM right now, which I think it's been replaced by beasiswagaruda, but more or less the way you apply is, first of all, you definitely need your transcripts from grade 10 or grade 11. You definitely need your achievements, such as competitions you've won, maybe any extracurriculars you've won, as well as 3 essays on the topics I forgot, to be honest. But
It's okay.
there are 3 essays you need to do, and it's best if you write them in English, as well as a interview process with several professors from Indonesia.
Oh, okay. That's really interesting, yeah. So you've been accepted by Garuda also, and then you are before a BIM awardee. And can you tell me who are the most people that you help you study?
Um, for me, I would say it's 2 different people. She 3. So the first is actually my parents, who definitely helped me to study a lot. And without them, I would not have known SMA Wardaya at all. Because they're the one actually to recommend me the school, and I actually went to the open house of SMA Wardaya, looking at and hearing Pa Anton make his presentation about the school. And even though it's very, very different from the school that I used to go to, which is an international school, I was actually very intrigued by the curriculum, the Cambridge curriculum that it uses, and as well as the cheap tuition fees, in which you can get 3 different curriculums, which is A-level Cambridge, the National Indonesian Curriculum, and also the Penjurusan Penelitian or Olympiad.
Okay.
So with the tuition fees that is quite cheap, with the facilities and the curriculums you get, I would say it's one of the reasons why I actually attended this school.
Okay, did you manage all of those things? Yeah. Well, did you manage them well? Because I heard that 3 curriculums included in SMA Wardaya. Yeah, Olympiad and then national curriculum and also A-level Cambridge. How do you maintain that? I mean, how did you maintain those all?
So regarding those 3 curriculums, we actually do not study all of them at once. So basically at grade 10 and grade 11, you would study extensively on Cambridge A-level to prepare for the test. And for the national curriculum, you only study it at grade 12, so you can get the ijazah. Because with the A-level curriculum, because we don't know whether you will get a good score or not. So the ijazah is just to help you apply for a university if your A-levels are not that good.
What mostly the most challenging in the time when you're studying all of them?
I would say is studying all of the subjects at once. What I mean by that is that every single month we have something called Pekan Ulangan, in which we have all of the tests lined up at once. So we had 10 tests in a row. And definitely you cannot study Hamin Satu, right? Because it covers all the materials from this month. And I would say it's quite a lot. And for 10 subjects, you definitely need to manage how you study. So what I like to do is actually to study a week before.
Okay.
Which is what I do. I know some people might think that this might not work for them, but it all depends on the person itself. For me, it actually works. And what I do is I actually try to rewrite my notes down in a piece of paper, which is a technique called blurting, if you don't know. All you need to do is take your notes and memorize them. Try to write down everything you know about the notes, maybe some formulas, some theorems, and try to see on which points you missed. And usually that helps me study and memorize some theorems and maybe facts more than reading my notes.
Okay, with all the busy days and weeks studying in SMA Wardaya, do you still have time to play?
Oh, definitely yes.
Okay.
After I go home from school, I usually play games on my phone or the Nintendo Switch, because let's be real, high school is hard and you definitely need time for yourself to
Exactly.
relax. Because if you study all the time, that actually makes me forget a lot more. I don't know why that happens to me, but if I study extensively every single day, I would actually forget more than actually learn something. So I would say for everyone here, don't study 24/7. You gotta relax. You definitely need time for yourself, and you definitely need to maybe just take time for yourself. Let's say maybe go on a hike, maybe ada gunung-gunung kok dekat. Maybe you can jog, exercise, and maybe play some games, or maybe go out with your family.
Is that also the same method that you are going to do with the study plan in the university? Can you mention it? I mean, can you tell me this?
I would say it's most likely similar, because I'm a person that I said before, I don't like to study all the time. I want some time for myself, and also time to relax and maybe s- just not think about any university materials. So I would most likely do the same in my universities abroad, so that I'm not always too stressful about my test, maybe, and also my subjects, and also I could relax and take time for myself as well.
Okay, back in again with the university preparation before, yeah. When you're trying to apply some of university, can you tell me what is the most challenging things in admission preparation, yeah, admission and applying university?
I would say it comes down to two different things, which is the essays that universities want, because some universities require you to write more than one. For example, UCLA actually requires students to write down 4
Oh,
essays.
did you apply for the United States University too with
Yeah.
Common Apps?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Tell me more about that.
So basically, Common App is like a website where you can apply to multiple universities all at once. Though not all universities use it, most universities in the US actually use it, and you can actually apply for financial aid there as well.
I see.
All I know is that American universities back then, to your question, American universities actually required to write more than one essay. For example, I actually applied to MIT.
Okay, okay.
Just like, siapa
It's
tahu
quite
bisa
hard,
masuk.
yeah, it's
Siapa
quite
tahu bisa
hard.
masuk
Okay,
kan.
okay.
But I'm confident that I want to get in. But it's just a gamble, Who knows what life has for me? Maybe I could get in, maybe no.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't know. So MIT actually has me to write 4 or 5 essays,
Okay.
and all their lengths vary.
Okay. What about the UBC and University of Toronto? They ask for the several question too, or several prompts for the essay?
Yes. So UBC asked its applicants to write, I think it's 3 essays.
Okay.
And they're all about 300 words, if I'm not mistaken.
Uh-huh.
While Toronto actually requires 4, but they're short questions.
Okay.
And in my opinion, those short questions are actually harder than the longer essays.
Yeah, of course.
Because it's difficult to cram a lot of information, maybe to under 100 words.
Yeah, you need to give a lot of time to give some edition or editing. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Back again with the essay. What mostly the prompt or the question that you remember, and how you wrote them?
So usually the universities will ask you on why you are a good candidate for them.
Okay.
So what is something that you can actually maybe have contributions for the university, and usually on why you want to take that subject in the first place. So I'll walk you down with the 2 essays. Number 1 is the why do you think you're a good candidate? Just mention about why, just what makes you unique. A lot of the times people always think quite hard about these questions, even though it's actually quite simple if you actually know what to do. Because at the end of the day, everybody is unique in their own different ways.
True.
You have to know what makes you unique. What I did was I actually talked about my experience playing games and watching football with my family, and I actually talked about that, and I think that what makes me unique, because I'm the type of person to actually watch football from 2 to 4 in the morning just to watch my favorite team play. And even though it's quite weird, and some people are asking me on why don't you just sleep because it's in the morning, but I would say that connection of football with me is what makes me unique.
Oh.
So that is what I actually wrote down in my UBC essay. And I think that for everybody here, you all need to know what makes you unique in the first place, because everybody has their own story. Everybody has what differentiates them from other people. Okay. Even if you think that I'm pretty basic, I have nothing that is pretty unique, I would actually confidently say that you need to try harder, because I think everybody is unique in their own way.
Okay. Do you think, besides of the uniqueness things of the personal, do you think mark in your report card or experience is also very important to the university accepted you?
I would say yes.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, if you got bad grades, I don't think any university will want to accept you.
Okay.
So at high school, please listen to your teachers, do your homework, study your subjects, and actually get good grades because they're actually the ones that actually help you to get accepted in good universities abroad.
Okay. Do you have any hope and expectation with this? Okay. You forget to mention that which one that you are choose from those three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for the universities that I actually chose University of British Columbia using beasiswa Garuda.
Okay. What major?
So for the first year, it's undeclared, so everybody's a science major.
Oh yeah.
You study all the
foundation.
fundamentals the foundation year, which is similar to every single university abroad. And for the second year, I'm actually intending to major in data science.
Data science. Okay. Okay. Can you tell us? Give us some tips and tricks for those who wants to study abroad.
To study or to get the scholarships in general.
Both of them.
Oh, both.
Okay.
So for the scholarships, I would say is write good essays because a lot of scholarships need you to write essays. Get good grades, especially at school, and try to win some competitions. Like maybe if you're good at a subject, you can apply for, let's say, OSN or maybe. And it doesn't need to be academic. It can also be something that's not academic, such as sports and music. There are a lot of competitions out there that can help you in your field. If it's non-STEM, if it's a STEM subject, there are competitions out there for you. Just find them and try to win them because a lot of the scholarships actually require your prestasi or achievements. And other than that, you also need to write essays as well, like I said. Maybe do an interview session. And also a lot of universities and scholarships actually want to focus on your non-academic activities, such as maybe you're volunteering at an organization, or maybe you make your own organization as well.
Is it difficult or is it easy to be a volunteer in high school?
I would say it's pretty easy to be a volunteer in high school because there are a lot of opportunities out there. And if you can find them, even Instagram itself has a lot of organizations you can follow. And one easy organization you can actually follow is your high school student council, or OSIS. There's actually a very easy organization you can actually do. But what I did was I actually made my own social project with a couple of my friends from Beasiswa Indonesia Maju.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about that project?
Okay. So
everybody outside there can imagine what kind of volunteer or what kind of project they want to join with. Yeah.
Okay, so my social project is named Kawan Ceria, which is a project aimed on solving education inequality in Indonesia. So we all know that Indonesia is a huge country with a lot of people in it. But sadly, education is not really accessible for everybody in Indonesia, which is why a lot of people can say SDM rendah, because not a lot of people are educated enough at school or maybe at universities. So banyak pengangguran.
Okay. Do you think without Beasiswa Indonesia Maju, regular students in all over in Indonesia, all over Indonesia, can have their own project? Because when you have Beasiswa Indonesia Maju to ask you to have a social project, it is some kind like, okay, I need to do that because Beasiswa Indonesia Maju asked me to do that. But without that, for example, you are not a BIM awardee, and then can you tell us how easy and how difficult for a high school student to make their own social project?
I would say if you don't know how to make a social project, you can start small. Like what I did was actually help distribute food and maybe some bags that I don't use to other people. For example, pangamen or maybe kids on the street yang mungkin tinggalnya di bawah jembatan. So what I did was, just help distribute food that my mom cooked, and every single month I should do that with my dad on distributing food. And that is, though it's a small act, it actually benefits a lot of people. So you can start small first. Or another social project I actually made at school was called Ice Cream Helps with my friends. So basically, it is a project aimed at solving mental health awareness. So basically, we all know that high school is stressful for everybody. It's not, even though it is stressful, there's always a way to pass it. And some people's mental health is also quite important, because if your mental health is not good, you're not gonna get good at studying. You're not gonna get good grades. To be honest, I don't really know about people's feelings in general. All I know is that they're not in the best condition of studying.
Okay.
So basically, what we do is, as kakak kelas, as seniors, we help coach our younger adik kelas on
Junior.
maybe tips on studying, tips on relaxing also. And after that small coaching session, we actually gave them all ice cream from Mixue.
Oh.
Unfortunately, it's closed.
Oh, why? I mean,
I don't know why it's closed, but we actually got the ice cream from Mixue. When
okay.
it's when it was
the
open.
the mixer is closed.
Yeah.
But the project, I mean, this ice cream. What do you say? Ice cream.
Ice cream helps.
Ice cream helps. It still continue.
Yes.
Because this really interesting, because after you tutoring your junior, adik class, and then you guys enjoy the ice cream.
Yeah.
That's really helpful.
But unfortunately, I think this project stopped because my project helpers and maybe my team members are all going to uni, so we cannot really go to school.
Oh yeah, maybe we can have it again after.
Yeah,
you can tell your adik class to continue this kind of a project.
I don't think they're interested in that though.
Well, maybe we can. Maybe they will have another kind of a concept. Yeah, but still good. Okay. The last one, actually, for high school, for SMA Wardaya. Can you tell us about 3 special words that representing SMA Wardaya according to you?
Okay, SMA Wardaya.
3 words.
I would say number 1 is fun.
Okay.
Because SMA Wardaya doesn't actually teach you all about academics. Sometimes you can actually have fun with the teachers. We also have a lot of kegiatan sekolah, like outbounds and also visiting universities. So your studies will not be boring at school all the time. Number 2, I would say, is family. Because everybody in SMA Wardaya treats each other as family. Even though we are in different classes, different grades, we are all one big family under SMA Wardaya, because we can maybe play with each other, talk with each other all the time, and joke around in class with each other. And the third one is special.
Why special?
I would say there's no school in Indonesia like SMA Wardaya.
Okay. Actually, I want to explore it more. The special is really special, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much for this time, yeah? You describe it very well, and thank you very much for your time. I really hope you get success in your future in University of British Columbia. Thank you very much.